What's happening, Hammers? Dan Lawless here. Joined by my good my best cousin. Hopefully none of the others are watching. Matty Lawless, as you may know. We've just come out of Arsenal 1, West Ham 0. What a load of shit, mate.
Yeah, really disappointing. One shot, and that was off target from a free kick for the entire Cup quarter-final. That's not good enough.
It didn't feel like a quarter-final. It felt like a fucking one of the early preliminary games against like Shrewsbury Town or something. That's how they treated it.
Yeah, it's a shame. We were sort of going through the motions a bit in the first half. We looked a bit all over the place. Made some changes in the second half. It looked a bit brighter, but it was too little too late. And that was an Arsenal team there for the taking. I mean, they play Liverpool on Friday night. They wasn't that interested. You know, it was just about getting through it. A lot of those players are not going to play against Liverpool. But for us, missed opportunity.
Arsenal didn't have to be good, did they? They didn't have to be up for it. We were just...
No, I mean, I'd like to see the goal again. It looked to me that I felt that perhaps Joe Hart could have commanded his area a bit better. Thought defensively we let him down a bit too, but I mean, look, 37 years, Dan, we haven't won a trophy. 37. I'm 31. I've never seen us win anything, and I doubt whether we ever will. You know,
Spobet Cup.
It's games like that. 7,000 fans have made the effort to turn up tonight before Christmas. You know,
our fans were up for it. Their fans weren't. Their fans didn't turn up. To be fair, did they?
Signs outside here saying that the game was sold out. It definitely wasn't.
Nah.
There were thousands of empty seats, but West Ham fans, fantastic once again.
But that's the thing, like I've tried to hold back from giving. I wanted to give Joe Hart a chance, hold back from criticising. But for me, if that's Adrian, I think Adrian comes out and tries to punch that.
Yeah, I would have thought so. I mean, look, he's shy of confidence at the minute. He's got a real battle on his hands now to keep hold of his England #1 spot. But look, I hope Joe Hart proves us all wrong from that. But we can see that Adrian's a top choice. But I would say, you know, there were a lot of times where we gave the ball away cheaply tonight, and that's got to improve against Newcastle.
It was almost like seeing the West Ham of, you know, the last days of Bilic, wasn't it? Like Obiang went back to not being able to string a pass together, and
no motivation for that game. Really disappointing as a supporter.
Yeah, I mean, for me, Masuaku and Rice were the two players that were really.
I must say, I agree with you there. Declan Rice, fantastic once again. Masuaku, he's just.
He was the only player really driving forward, trying to make something happen.
I'd also point out Domingos Quinn. I thought he showed glimpses of promise, and it'd be interesting to see how he develops and whether he gets a chance. Perhaps a loan deal, but he's a young player that's attracted a lot of interest from rival clubs. So it was good to see him get out of there.
It's a tough game, I think, for him to come into, because he ain't really been sniffing around the first team much, has he? Like really been on the bench, and to chuck him in at this stage rather than maybe wait for him at Shrewsbury. Because I mean, there were a few points where he made some good passes and that, but there were some times where he just wasn't switched on and he weren't sharp.
Yeah, I think that comes with match fitness, really. But you know, like I say, he showed glimpses of promise.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. It's a bit deflating. Like, obviously, we didn't come here and expect to smash us, but we wanted to be up for it, and we didn't look like the same West Ham.
You've got to make it competitive, and one shot throughout the entire game from a free kick. It's just not good enough, Dan. Not good enough.
Someone I want to talk about, Andy Carroll. For me, he offered absolutely nothing when he come on.
I don't know. I mean, he definitely offered a threat, and you can see the Arsenal players were desperate to not get near him, and when they did, they fell on the floor. I think Carroll's got a lot to offer. I
can't remember a point where it looked like he's going to score. And there's points where you're thinking service. But if we can't play to Carroll's strengths, then we shouldn't play him. You know what I mean? Like, because there's so many times when we put the balls in and he's not winning headers. But it's also, for me, he never seems to be banging the box. He always wants to take this long run in, and he never seems to be in the right place in the right time in the first place. You know what I mean?
I would say that game was almost fit for him to play tonight from the start.
I mean, I was one of the people saying, you know what, bring Carroll on. Thinking that it would be.
I like Andy. I've got a lot of time for him.
I just can't think.
As well. I think he's got a lot to offer to us.
He's absolutely. But I just can't think in so many games this season where he hasn't quite looked like. In other areas, you know, like he's good in quite defending corners and getting back and stuff like. He works hard, but there's so many games this season where he hasn't really looked like that goal threat. And maybe it is having that right combo and that right player with him.
But who knows? He's got a big game against Newcastle to look forward to. His former club, you know. Perhaps that might give him the incentive to win his place.
So what do you do? Do you start him or?
I don't think so. I think he stays on the bench, but you know, he gives us a good option.
Stick with the Stoke team.
definitely, we have to stick with that team. I mean, if anyone comes into that squad, it's got to be Diafra Sakho. I mean, he looked decent when he came on against Stoke, so I was surprised he didn't start tonight, really.
Absolutely, yeah, so was I. I was really surprised. It's like he's one of them players that just gets himself all over the place. And
I just think this game came at the wrong time for West Ham, you know. It's really sort of interrupted our momentum. We're looking good, we had that confidence again. And tonight we walk away from here, we feel really subdued, disappointed with the result, you know, and you're sort of back to square one a bit, really, thinking, well, what's going to happen on Saturday?
Yeah, do you think Moyes really got him up for him, or he just wanted to sort of, focus on the league?
Well, I think what you got to remember with David Moyes, his remit would not have been to get West Ham through to the Carabao Cup semi-final. All right, we have to make that clear. His remit was to keep West Ham in the Premier League.
Yeah.
And you know, he will get that 2.5-year deal if he keeps West Ham in the Premier League.
Yeah.
So, in the grand scheme of things, as much as we're disappointed now, it could be a blessing in the end.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I just wanted to show a little bit of something, a little bit of fight, and they were there together. But it is what it is. Do you know what I mean?
I think what it did highlight though is that there are a lot of flaws in that squad at the moment. There was no balance to that team. Playing Cresswell at right back didn't work. He didn't really want to play on his right foot. So we need to bring in a right-sided player. If Sam Byram's not available, I don't know what's happened to him at the minute.
That's exactly what I wanted to touch on.
And I think looking at the opposition tonight, Mathieu Debuchy is somebody we might get in on loan. You know, he's not a bad pro. I know he was a bit theatric towards the end. But, we'll see.
I like that. I like the idea because for me, Byram's. Too often is he injured for me. But on that note,
yeah,
thanks for joining me, Matt. And onwards to Newcastle. Come on, you Irons.
Come on, you Irons.